Good morning, good morning. So, what if you had a book that had the answer to every question you ever wanted to know the answer to? What if you had that available? What if you were the answer to every question you had? See, the law of polarity states that where there's an up, there's a down, where there's an in, there's an out. So that means that where there's a question, there's already an answer. Like it has to be. It has to be. But you see, isn't it the mind that's asking the question? So why are you letting the mind answer the question? The mind doesn't have the answer, otherwise it wouldn't be asking the question. Your mind, your conscious mind. So you consciously sit there and work it out, work it out, work it out. You try and figure things out. Good morning. Why are you working it out? You ask the question, you do have the answer, but not in your conscious mind. Not in your conscious mind. You've got to allow the answer to come to you. But the other morning, I thought I'd lost this. And I went into a wee bit of a panic and I could feel it coming up. And I was like, oh my goodness, is it here? And I went, stop, Sheena. Yvette, thank you for sharing your name. Good morning, Yvette. And I was looking for it. And then I went, well, where is it? Now, I didn't answer the question, but this answer came straight away and it went somewhere. And I started laughing and went, well, of course it's somewhere. That is so funny. Now, bear in mind, I've been looking for it, but then I looked around and there it was right in front of me. The answer to what you want is always in front of you. It's just your awareness to see it, your allowance to see it, rather than being in blind panic and trying to answer the damn question yourself. Ask a question and wait for the answer. You're not faster than the universe. The universe knows what it's doing. And if you've asked a question, there is an answer. So I asked at the beginning, wouldn't it be brilliant if you had a book that answered all your questions? Well, first of all, you are your own book. You actually do have all the answers. I mean, it's not coming from you. You're bigger than who you think you are. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. You really are truly amazing. And you do have the answer. So where are the answers? What book? What book are you talking about, Sheena? Well, we could talk about the Bible. I mean, after all, it's scripture, isn't it? Do you get it? Scripture, your script. You see, if we take the Bible at its full, this is my understanding. I mean, sure, what I've realized as well is that the more I know, the more ignorant I actually am. The more I know, the more humble I become, the less I know that I'm aware of, and that I know nothing. I am so ignorant. And yet I thought I knew everything. So anything I tell you is from my level of ignorance, not from my level of knowledge, from my level of ignorance. But it's so funny because it makes you laugh and it makes you just like laugh at yourself that you even thought you knew even a tiny bit of what the heck is going on. But what I do is to bring you peace, to help you find that peace, that manifestation zone, that peaceful zone, that place where it doesn't matter if it comes or not. That's what I bring you. Just that space. Like, and I have a cat at my feet now who's brought something in and has eaten it, and I do not know what it is. But a cat's going to do what a cat's going to do. Just gets on with it. Just gets on with it. So why don't we just get on with being us? Oh yeah, back to that book, the Bible. But here's the thing. If we think that the Bible is a historical history, I mean, actually, it's just his story, isn't it? Her story, her story. But when we see it as a psychological drama, and it's all the dramas that we are going through, and like the 12 disciples or the 12 disciplines of your mind, you start to look at everything a lot differently. But the Bible's a bit difficult to read, isn't it? I mean, my goodness, it's been translated that many times. Sure, who knows what the hell's going on? So here's this book here, Thinking into Results. And this is the program I work with Bob Proctor, and I look at it, it's fallen apart. Sure, it hasn't even got a back end on it anymore. I've got what I've been writing in here for the last 2 years, my growth, my absolute growth. And everything I've ever read, so for 10 years in personal development itself, qualifications, whatever, 1,000 books, whatever, everything I read, Bob has it in here, Bob Proctor. It's in here. Everything I've ever read, I can reference in here. Whether it's one sentence, whether it's a paragraph, whether it's something he said on the video, whether it's no matter what I've read, I think Bob didn't say that. And then I come back to my work and I go, oh, he did, right there. I've read a whole book of Neville Goddard and I come along and gone, oh my God, that's just lesson 1 out of 12 lessons. Everything I've ever read, everything funneled down to simplicity. Yes, Yvette, Bob Proctor from The Secret. He's put everything in this book. I can't explain to you that I try and look for something that he hasn't got in there and I find it in here. You see, have you ever tried to change a paradigm? Have you ever tried to change your programming? It's not the gathering of knowledge that's going to do it. It's not the gathering of knowledge that's going to do it, because I did it myself. And it's not more action that's going to do it. It's not being more spiritual that does it. Because you've tried, haven't you? You've tried. Something's holding you at place. It's like being attached to a bungee rope. So you've got this bungee rope on this tree and you're able to go for so long, and then ping, it boings right back. See, we're more than the mind. What is the mind? Do you know, I realised yesterday, I was thinking about putting this electric underwire fence in for the dog so he couldn't get out and that he would feel free. Do you hear what I just said then? So you can imagine there's an electric current going under and he would have a collar on. And so therefore, if he went to the edge of the border, he would have a little shock. And if he went right up to the border, it would be a big shock. So he would stay in and he would feel free. Isn't that what we've done to ourselves? Isn't that what life has done to us? That we think we're free in your box, in your electric fence? And every time you get up to the edge, it's that bloody scary that fear draws you right back. Yet, if that dog only knew that it just had to jump across, go through the fear to the other side, that's freedom. That's freedom over there. Hi, Sergey. Lovely to see you. But that's freedom, but we're so blooming scared. Because so busy watching the world and how it affects us, and we're living outside in. So no amount of spiritual knowledge, no amount of knowledge from coaching. No amount of action is going to clear that paradigm. But in here, it's going to tell you. Let me just read something to you from it. I'll read something every day this week from this book. Something for you to think about. Others are merely mirrors of you. You cannot love or hate something about another person unless it reflects something you love or hate about yourself. You may find that difficult. The loving bit, yeah, take that on board. But the hate, I'm not like them, I'm not like them, I'm not like them. And there lieth the paradigm. We think in secret and it comes to pass. Environment is but our looking glass. What paradigms are holding you back? You see, what I realised is that it's not the bloody obvious ones. There's ones that are so deep-rooted that you don't think of anything to do with you, that you think have got to do with other people. And it's always, always to do with you. Always. Have the most wonderful day, and maybe start looking at everybody with love. And you will bring more love into your life. If you want to chat about this book, book a call up there. If you want the answer to every problem you've ever had, book a call. Have an awesome day. See ya.